back from the intro session and I need to tell you everything before I forget. It turns out that this isn't that important, which is good. They truly do not care as long as you've done a little bit, so that's fine. Someone also asked if it could be in a small book, and because this isn't really representative of what I do generally, I'm also going to bring my little sketchbook. I really hope I'm being loud enough, but I don't want to be annoying. I need to explain what this is. They wanted an A3 staple bound sketchbook with observational drawings in, documenting your summer and your daily lifestyle, and it had to be in black and white. You were allowed one color. I understand why, but it's horrible for me specifically. It's like having Batman without his tools. Yeah, I can still do it, but I'm doing it with less panache. So I chose pink, because pink is kind of two colors, because what is pink if not light red? And I can use purple, because purple is kind of pink as long as I'm on the right end of the scale. I've also used tinfoil stars on one of the pages, because I would argue that tinfoil is not a color, it's a material and a texture, so shiny. It's fine that I didn't really do much. And now I have a bunch of spare paper for fucking around. They're really nice. Every time I've ever had a bad art teacher, I picked up bad vibes immediately, and there weren't any bad vibes. So if the vibe detector is working, then it means it's going to be great. They have exactly the art teacher attitude that I think is correct, and especially for an illustration course, they're very have fun, do what you want, which I know sounds unproductive. They want you to do everything, which is great, because I want to do everything. None of them are like really purist about what illustration is, which is great, because I chose illustration because it's flexible. So it's good that they're not like, draw the thing, print the thing, it's in a book. It's all very, it's diverse, it's great. I wore my best outfit for a 1 hour first session, which is kind of stupid. I need to tidy my room and have a cup of tea. But now I should be free for the rest of the day after I go to the art shop. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do my princess canopy, because we have the mattress topper now. And I slept so much better because I couldn't feel each individual spring when I was sleeping. And now it feels like a real mattress. I found my cookie. It was in here. It was in here. I don't know why to go shopping, and I found it. So guess who's having a slightly stale cookie for pudding? This guy. I've just learned I have to start hiding my washing up liquid better, because I watched someone go up to the sink, reach up to I put my washing up liquid out of the way. They had to go up to a shelf, grab my washing up liquid, put a tablespoon and a half. You don't need a tablespoon. It's very liquid. You need it's a pea-sized bulb. It's a toothpaste rule. I wish I was capable of saying what I was thinking. I don't want to be that guy that hides their washing up liquid in a cupboard. But that's gotta be me now. That's so sad. just went over a bunch of course information. Am I in frame? We just went over a bunch of course information, but this poor guy, he asked if there were any questions, and someone brought up AI. The first question was like a fair question. It was relevant and it made sense, and then it spiraled. And his take on AI was it wasn't pro AI, but it wasn't anti AI either, and obviously that didn't land with this teenage, freshly politically active audience. And obviously, because they're all like only a year younger than me, but a year when you've only lived till 18 is a pretty big percentage. So obviously they've only encountered politics that's super duper like polarized, and you can't have a moderate view on anything. So obviously when he goes, AI is kicking around and it's not going to go anywhere, which is fair because it's not, and we have to find a way to use it as a tool, which is understandable. But because of the wording from the first question, it was would the course let us use AI, which is like it's not a leading question, but it implies that the person asking it is pro AI. So he gave a pro AI answer, which obviously isn't what this room full of teenage illustrators wanted to hear. So he needs a little PR coaching, but that's not his fault. So he got grilled for like a good 10 minutes. This poor guy. But I don't think his take is like unreasonable or particularly like pro AI art. He just understands that it's not going anywhere. And someone asked if like over and over again if their stuff got posted on the school's social media, if what the university was doing to stop it from being scraped. And there's nothing anyone can do. If you're an individual posting stuff on the internet, there's not much you can do to stop it getting scraped. There's no legislation for that yet, and they should know that because they're asking about it. So that was a little silly, but I'm gonna have my lunch and then we'll go back and we'll get back to work with showing the books thing. Obviously the impression of this teacher and his takes might change as I learn more, but from just this conversation he seems pretty normal and reasonable. And also because when you're representing a university, you kind of have to be moderate. So and he probably thought that like at least a couple of the people in the class would like maybe use AI for something. So he's gone, sure, it's okay, use it if you want, but if you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. But he didn't bring up that part quick enough. So I think half the class thinks he's pro AI, but I'm in the illustration group chat, so I'll be watching that space because you can bet they're going to be bitching about that later. Also, they brought up a bunch of resources that I already know about, so clearly I'm doing something right. We had an actual class today, so that's pretty cool. They've given us homework, so that means I have something to do. All the tutors introduce themselves with like a flat lay of things that represent them as teachers and practitioners. So now they want us to make a flat lay for our homework. So I've written all of the things that I want to put in mine, and I'm gonna do that now. But let me show you what we did today. They had us doing blind drawing, so these look weird. We started with ears, and I looked on the first two ears because I'm stupid, and then we did noses, and then we did eyeballs, and then my pen broke into like 100 million little pieces, so I didn't do many eyes. And then we did mouths, and I did it in a different pen. This is my extremely scuffed flat lay setup. This is my rug, and that is a skirt and I put it on top of my painting board, but it's worked. And I needed a little light at the bottom because the shadows on this side were too severe because I'm using the big light. Room tour time. It's time for the room tour. Ugly things first. This is my trolley full of art things that are not frequent use. This is my coat rack, and also this. The hanging order will change depending on what is most convenient. Here is my bowl of going out things. It's like a key bowl. Here are my documents and collaging papers. Here is my pretty princess washing basket. This is where my shoes live. This is a desk, obviously. This is my shelf full of plants. And also here, and also here. And this is my ingenious storage solution for my necklaces on my pinboard. And this is my excellent little documents holder that has ducks on it. And here's the pretty princess canopy. I just fully left my sketchbook in the library. I'm so lucky that my directional instinct is pretty good, because I didn't actually know where the lecture theatre was, but I made it. I was still early. I am starving. I feel kind of dizzy. I'm pretty sure it's because of the running. But I had to run. I didn't know that I definitely knew where the lecture theatre was. But I did. Thank goodness our teacher brought a big tub of Swizzles, because then I might have actually had a problem. But I'm really hungry. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. I should be eating.
Any snack cookies, also sandwich. Little
There's a tile painting activity that has nothing to do with the course, but I'm gonna go with some people I met from class, and we're gonna paint some tiles. And apparently some of them go on a wall somewhere. I don't think we get to keep them, so that means I could do anything on it. And I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do on my tile, so that might be a problem in about 10 minutes. I guess I'll have to decide on my way there. Let's go. There's one without a lid.